What's up to all my faces out there? Hey, first I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and their families and stuff like that. And how about them Cowboys, baby? Woo! Hey, what do y'all got to say?
How about them Cowboys? We started off a little shaky at first, but we ended up it was back and forth, but we ended up being the better team. I mean, those flags really helped us. Usually the flags are always on us, but they were messing up. They just kept doing the same thing over and over, so that's on them.
How about them Cowboys is how I want to start off, but I also want to go on the side tangent. Are we just going to ignore the fact that the refs completely ignored what happened with 66 and holding against the Cowboys?
Oh, yeah, he was holding like crazy, but he finally got one at the end. They got him at the end of the game.
I was about to say, are we just going to ignore that fact?
Yeah. But, this right here overall was a good game because, we saw how Patrick Mahomes and the offense came out firing. Oh, well, know that we had the ball first in the, start the first half. And that first pressure, on Dak got in his face, when Dak threw the ball and it ended up with the interception. And then that's when Mahomes and the offense went right down and scored 7-0. But ever since that happened, Dak was more aware of the pressure because they gave him pressure, all game long. And every time there was, man, he has dumped it off to Ferguson or Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams, man, like he didn't have a flashy game, but it was just a power run, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, but Malik Davis, Malik Davis with that big run, and that speed.
Turpin.
Turpin, yeah, Turpin. But I'm happy with Malik Davis with that long 43-yard touchdown, and I wish Ferguson had those 2 feet in because we would have been up, 24-10 instead of, kicking that field goal, but I mean, Patrick Mahomes, man, he stayed in the game, man. You already know how athletic he is, and CeeDee Lamb didn't drop no passes. But every time when the ball went towards CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, their secondary was holding on us. Constant pass interference and holding calls, and it is what it is. The referees did not favor the Kansas City Chiefs. That was obvious right there in this game. Yeah, I'm surprised about that. And it's not favoritism for the Cowboys either. That was just straight up obvious calls. But I'm just proud of the way, the offense kept doing what they were doing. And overall, I'm proud of the defense, actually holding up. I know Patrick Mahomes threw 4 TDs. He balled out. But at the same time, in certain crucial situations, defense made stops. Jadeveon Clowney, sacked Mahomes twice. Dante Fowler, got him a sack. Quentin Williams, was in his face, everything like that. But, man, I just tell you, it just seems like every time Kansas City was, had a 4th down, they converted that 4th down. It was just crucial, and one of them was a touchdown, I think. But we pulled away with the win. Game ball goes to Dak Prescott, the way he, played, and the way he took that pressure like that, and I want to say George Pickens too, but I just... Hell, how about everybody, huh? Because that whole team, that whole football team played together, and I'm really happy about that defense. I mean, we played all right, I hope Bland was okay. I know he came back into the field and after he went to the locker room, with his ankle, but I hope everything is good then. But let's just enjoy the rest of our Thanksgiving, Cowboys fans. And NFL fans, I know you've watched. It's Thanksgiving. I know you've watched the Cowboys win, and I know you're hoping for them to lose. So, too bad. There's always next year. But Cowboys are still in the hunt. I mean, I'm not, trying to have hopes, in a playoff run, but the Cowboys done good the last 2 games, come back against the Eagles and then beat the Chiefs. And now, next week, we got the Lions. And the Lions just lost earlier today to the Green Bay Packers. So there's somewhat, stretch that Cowboys can make it. Cowboys just can't lose if they want to make the playoffs, because I was being negative a few weeks ago saying that we weren't. And now all of a sudden, Cowboys want to win some games. So we'll see. But happy Thanksgiving. I love my family. You know, y'all remember little Miss Cowboy's face right there back in the days getting Rise Up ATL, you know, Atlanta Falcons and stuff. And then my brother-in-law right here.
Y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. And one more time. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Woo!